Hi children, today we are going to start factorization of a quadratic polynomial. Fine? Factorization of a quadratic polynomial. What is factorization? It is a method of resolving a quadratic polynomial in terms of its factors. Is it clear? We are resolving a quadratic polynomial whose standard form is ax square plus bx plus c. Since it is a quadratic polynomial, it will be having two factors. So we are going to find out that two factors and express this quadratic polynomial in terms of the factors. So I am going to explain the method called splitting the middle term. How? I'll tell you the method first. So you are going to find out the product of the constant term and the coefficient of x square, that is AC. That you represent as P, which is called product. Now take this number, that is coefficient of x, that is B, you represent as S, that is sum. Now I take an example, x square plus 7x plus 6. How you are going to factorize this one? First, you find the product of these two numbers. Coefficient of x square is 1, constant term is 6. That you take it as the product, that is P. Sum, that is 7, coefficient of x, that is S is equal to 7. The method is split the number P into two numbers. When you multiply that two numbers, it should be 6. When you add that two numbers, you have to get 7. So this 6 can be split into two ways. So 3, 2, or it can be done as 6, 1. Am I correct? So 3 into 2 is equal to 6. 6 into 1 is equal to 6. But we have to get the sum as 7. So which pair is possible? So this is a pair. So your numbers, two numbers are 6 and 1, whose product is 6 and the sum is 7. Is it clear? So now what you are going to do, the method is called the splitting the middle term. That means this 7x we are going to split into two numbers. How? See here how I am doing that. So x square plus 7x plus 6. So we are having three terms. So we are going to make it into four terms so that by grouping the terms it can be factorized. So this 7x we are going to split in terms of the numbers which I found here. So 6 and 1. How we are going to split? 7x can be written as 6x plus 1x. So now you proceed here. That is equal to x square. This 7x I am splitting into 6x plus 1x. So 6x plus 1x plus 6. Now we are having four terms. You group in pairs. The first two numbers and then second two numbers. You split it now. In between x square plus 6x, what is common? X is common. So take that x outside. So you have to always ask two questions. Number one, what is common and what is left? So now in between these two numbers, x is common. So I have taken x outside. What is your next question? You ask what is left in between. What is left here? So it is x is left plus, then from 6x you have taken x outside. So what is left? That is 6 is left. Now always you should remember that the third sign should be taken out. The third sign here is plus. So we are taking plus outside. Now what is left here? Or what is common first? What is common? 1 is common. In between 1x and 6, 1 is common. So take it out. What is left? X plus 6. When you finish this particular term or particular step, you should always remember in between these two terms, the common factor is x plus 6. That should be there. So now again you can take a common factor out in between these two terms. One is x into x plus 6 and the other one is 1 into x plus 6. What is common here? So x is common. So when you take, x plus 6 is common, you take it out. So what is left? So x plus 1. Here x plus 6 is common. You are taking x plus 6 outside. So in this term what is left? X is left. In this term what is left? 1 is left. So x plus 6 into x plus 1. What does it mean? Here x plus 6 is one of the factors and x plus 1 is another factor. So I put x plus this x square plus 7x plus 6 in terms of its factors x plus 6 and x plus 1. So we got x plus 6 into x plus 1, which is the factorization of x square plus 7x plus 6. Is it clear? So what we have taken, that we have taken a quadratic polynomial that we are splitting in terms of its factors. So this is what called factorization. So this is the first stage I just informed you or explained to you. Now I am moving to certain rules how we are going to do that. So that we will see the second stage. I am going to give you different cases of a quadratic polynomial. 1. X square plus 8x plus 7, that is one case. Number 2, x square minus 8x plus 7, case 2. Now I am giving x square minus 8x minus 9, this is the third case. Now I am giving another one, x square plus 8x minus 9. So when you look at these four questions, you will be knowing that what are the four different cases. So here what is the product? Product is 7 and sum is 8. So product is positive, sum is positive. Here you see that the product is 7 and the sum is minus 8. B is positive and sum is negative. Here you see that B is minus 9 and S is minus 8. Here you see that product is minus 9 and the sum is plus 8. So when you take the factorization of a quadratic polynomial, you will be having four cases. So product is P. So I can make a table for you. It will be a little easier. Now you see that this is product, this is sum. Now you are going to split this one into two numbers. In that one number can be a greater number and one number can be a smaller number. So I am writing here greater number and the second one is it is a smaller number. So how it is? If the product is positive, sum is positive, so then the greater number is positive and the small number is also positive. That's what I did in the previous case. Now again I just explain one more question, x square, the same question, x square plus 8x plus 7. So here what is that? Product is positive, product is 7, sum is 8, that is also positive. So the numbers are what? 7 and 1. So greater number is plus and smaller number is also plus. So now 7 and 1. 7 into 1 is equal to 7. 7 plus 1 is equal to 8. Now we factorize it as I discussed the previous one. X square plus 7x plus 1x plus 7. Now from these two terms what is common? X is common. What is left? X plus 7 is left. Now you have to take always the third side, that is plus. What is common? 1 is common. What is left? X plus 7. Now what is common in between these two terms? X plus 7 into what is left is x plus 1. This is the factorization. The first case is over. The second case, I am taking x square minus 8x plus 7. So here product is 7, which is positive. Sum is minus 8, which is negative. So if the product is positive, sum is negative, then the greater number is negative, small number is also negative. We take this example, when you take x square minus 8x plus 7, product is 7 and the sum is minus 8. Which number you are going to split? You are going to split 7 into two numbers, so the possibility is 7 and 1. But according to this one, you are having product is positive, sum is negative. So both the numbers should be negative. We will put that minus 7 and minus 1. When you multiply these two things, are you getting plus 7? Yes. Minus 7 into minus 1 is equal to plus 7. Minus 1 minus 7 is equal to minus 8. So we are getting the sum as well. So in that case, what you have to do, split this middle term into two numbers. That is x square minus 7x minus 1x plus 7. We take the first two terms, what is common? X is common What is left? You ask that two questions always. What is common and what is left? What is common, what is left? So here x is common, so we have taken it out. Now what is left? X is left in the first case, minus is left, minus 7 is left. As discussed, you take the third sign outside. So here minus is common, take minus outside. Now what is common? 1 is common. What will be left here? X. Then what will be left? Which sign will be left here? You are having plus sign. This plus can be split into minus into minus. From that we have taken 1 minus outside. Now what is left? 1 minus is left. Then what is 7? Now you can see only two terms. X into x minus 7 minus 1 into x minus 7. In between these two terms what is common? X minus 7 is common. So if you take the x minus 7 out, what will be left? In the first case you are having x left and here minus 1 is left. So x minus 1. So what are the factors of x square minus 8x plus 7? One is x minus 7 and one is x minus 1. So we are expressing this x square minus 8x plus 7 in terms of its factors x minus 7 into x minus 1. This is the factorization of the quadratic polynomial, which will be always in terms of multiplication, product of the factors. I hope it is clear. So now we move to the third case. What is third case here? X square minus 8x minus 9. What is product? Product is minus 9. What is the sign of it? That is minus. So product is minus, sum is also minus, so minus. In that case, the greater number will be minus and smaller number will be plus. So when the product is negative, sum is negative, greater number is negative and smaller number is positive. You see that now, take this example, x square minus 8x minus 9. What is product here? Product is minus 9, sum is minus 8. Which number you are going to split? Minus 9 you are going to split into two numbers. How you are going to get? Can you split into 3 into 3? But will you be getting the sum as 8? No. So 3 into 3 is not possible. Then which number you will be selecting it? So can I write this as 9 into 1? Yes, 9 into 1 is equal to 9. But according to this rule, if product is negative, sum is negative, the greater number is negative and the smaller number is positive. Now you multiply these two numbers, are you getting minus 9? Yes, minus 9. When you add these numbers, are you getting minus 8? Minus 9 plus 1 is equal to minus 8. Is it right? So the numbers are minus 9 and plus 1. So you are going to split this x to minus 8x, that is the middle term, that's why it is called splitting the middle term. So take this x square minus 8x minus 9 and split it x square minus 9x plus 1x minus 9. Now in between the first two terms, what is common? X is common. So what is left? X minus 9 is left. The third sign you have to take it out, that is plus. Now what is common in between these two numbers? Only 1 is common. What is left? So x minus 9 is left. Now we have got only two terms. X into x minus 9 and plus 1 into x minus 9. In between these two terms, what is common? X minus 9 is common. So take x minus 9 outside. So what is left? X is left and plus 1 is left. Again we got the factors x minus 9 and x plus 1. They are the factors of x square minus 8x minus 9. Is it clear? So now we could express the given polynomial x square minus 8x minus 9 in terms of its factors x minus 9 and x plus 1. So this is the factorization of it. Now the final one is the last part. It is the fourth case, x square plus 8x minus 9. Here what is product? Product is minus 9, sum is plus 8. So here we just come to the table now. What is the table? Plus, product is minus, sum is plus. In that case, the greater number will be plus and small number will be minus. The greater number is plus and smaller number is minus. So if you remember this table, it is very easy to identify your signs. So here now which number you are going to split? 9 you are going to split. So 9 can be written as 9 and 1. According to the rule, what you are having there? The greater number is plus and smaller number is minus. In that case, what are the numbers? Plus 9 and minus 1. Are you getting it? Yes. 9 into minus 1 is equal to minus 9. 9 plus minus 1 is equal to plus 8. So you got the numbers. So now it will be x square plus 9x minus 1x minus 9. Is it clear now? So now I am taking the first two terms. What is common here? X is common. So x plus 9. That is what left. Now which sign you have to take it out? You have to take minus out. So here what is common? Minus 1 is also common. So when you take it out, what is left now? Minus, we already took it out. So what is left? X is left. This minus also came out. So minus can be split into minus into plus. So what is left now? Plus will be left, plus 9. You should always remember both the common factors. Here x plus 9, here also x plus 9. Both should be the same number, same factor. So now take it out. What is common? X plus 9 is common. What is left? X minus 1 is left. So this is the factorization of the fourth term. So this is what factorization of a quadratic polynomial by splitting the middle term. So we are having three different cases. Case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4. So this particular table, if you remember that, it is easy for you to identify the sign of the numbers when you split it. Otherwise, normally, in this case only the students they make mistake. This particular concept starts from class 7 and we extend even up to class 12. Then after that also it is needed done. So if you are not thorough in this concept, you may be finding it difficult in higher classes. So that's why I have given this idea for the class 8 students onwards it is. I'll take one more example how to do that question, then I can move for your the other concepts. I'll give one more question. The question comes like that: 5x square minus 6x plus 1. 5x square minus 6x plus 1. What is the difference between this question and the previous questions? You multiply these two numbers now, 5 into 1. That's what first itself I told. The coefficient of x square should be multiplied by the constant term. That number is taken as p. So p is equal to 5. And sum is equal to minus 6. The remaining concepts are the same. But only the thing is, we have to multiply the coefficient of x square with the constant term. That is 5 into 1 is equal to 5. Now you split this number. I can do 3 into 5, comma 1. So what is the sign here? Product is positive and sum is negative. So what is the rule? So in that case, this also minus, this also minus. Am I correct? So minus 5 into minus 1 is plus 5. Minus 1 is minus 6. Now the same thing we proceed. So 5x square minus 6x can be split into minus 5x minus 1x plus 1. Now what is common? X is common. 5 is also common. So 5x is common, we are taking out. So what is left now? X minus 1 is left. Now here what is common? Which sign you have to take it out? Always you have to take the third sign out. So here the third sign is minus. And what is common? 1 is common. So what is left? X minus 1 is left. Now in between these two terms, what is common? X minus 1 is common. So what will be left? 5x minus 1. So this is the factorization of the quadratic polynomial 5x square minus 6x plus 1. Is it clear, children? So now this is the basic concept, whether it is integration in class 12 or in class 10, it is quadratic equation, anything you can use this particular concept. So if it is not clear in class 8 level, you will be finding it difficult in doing class 10 questions or class 12 questions. So that's why I just wanted to put this video in the group. So please go through that and understand it, and if you have any suggestion, always it is welcome. I can change that next. So I will be meeting you in the next video with little more elaborate concepts which is needed for the middle section classes. Okay children, thank you. See you.